Lukas Dostal doesn't get the shutout. Seconds away from it. Didn't have one during the regular season either, but he still gets the hugs because he gets the win. He has been very good this series, bouncing back after a first-round series where he had an .874 save percentage. He's .935 over these first two games. Series is all tied up, one game apiece. McHugh, Paul Bissonnette, Anson Carter, Henrik Lundqvist. This wasn't the highest event game, but this felt like a pretty mature win for a team that we keep talking about just how young they are.
It was, and they certainly came out on fire. Now, you couldn't tell from that first game where they had a lot of chances. They probably should have won that hockey game versus the Vegas Golden Knights, but I liked the way they defended. They bared their chances, but I got to say, Liam, to give up a goal with 6 seconds left in the hockey game.
I know.
As a forward, Biz, it would just drive me crazy. It'd make me sick to my stomach. And I couldn't imagine, for a goalie, how you would feel, Hank. I know it's a team effort.
It's
a
heart
team
hurts
game,
right now.
But as a goalie giving up a shutout with 6 seconds left, would that not drive you nuts?
Yeah, no, of course. I mean, it is a playoff game. That's what matters. That's what you really put your focus towards to try to win. But at the same time, it is a big deal for any goalie to have a shutout in the playoffs. So I felt bad for him. He played an incredible game. We talked about how hard they played in front of him as well, especially in that third period, diving, blocking shots. They really, they wanted to shut it down there the last couple minutes. But
it was an audible groan from you when it went in.
It hurts.
Watching.
I've had a few of those, when you feel like you're playing well, you have a great game, and then just a tough bounce in the end, a deflection, and it's in the net.
I feel like you let the goalie down. That's the forwards feel.
That's the storyline for me. I thought, despite not capitalizing on their power play opportunities, I thought Anaheim did a great job of laying out, making sure they sacrificed the body in order for him to, almost get a shutout. But there were a few opportunities there where Dostal had slid out of his net, where guys were laying out, bodies on the line. Trouba finished with 4 blocks. I believe John Carlson, who, by the way, 36 years old. I don't think we can emphasize how important that move at the deadline was. Close to 25 minutes he lugged tonight at 36. Second oldest guy on this team besides Killorn. So just the leadership in an important game for them, because if you go down 0-2 to the Vegas Golden Knights, I think that's tough sledding, and I don't think you're coming back in that series. So a very, very important victory, and they really dug in as a team despite some deficiencies, especially on the power play tonight.
Much like we talked about Buffalo earlier tonight. Both teams have a lot of skill, but can they shut it down when it matters? Can they play smart hockey? And both teams show that tonight. So, Anaheim is a dangerous team because they have the skill up front, but can they shut it down when they have to? So this was a great test for them.
And to be able to do this on the road, split on the road, and now you go back to Anaheim. Let's go to this time now for Here for It, presented by Enterprise, and it's about Lukas Dostal and the defense in front of him. He was excellent. Really, probably the best we've seen these last couple of games of him during the playoffs. But again, I loved how everyone had his back as well. Yeah,
you can notice here on some of these clips, he's pretty aggressive. He comes out, he slides out to a lot of these shots. So if there's a rebound, he's going to have to rely on his teammates to, cover for him a couple times. And as a goalie, you always talk about you need some puck luck at times. The puck was dancing around the goal line a couple times. You see this one right here. But you earn your luck by working hard and making good decisions. And he battled really hard. And you talked about earlier just how well he's played in this series. He's going to have to play his best if they're going to beat the Vegas.
Yeah, and Vegas has that veteran approach. They don't get rattled. They feel like they're going to hang around and hang around and hang around. But you give Anaheim Ducks a lot of credit. They didn't beat themselves. When you see clubs that haven't really been in the postseason for a long time, they feel like they try to beat themselves, Liam, try to create something out of nothing. I thought they showed great patience, Biz, a lot of maturity by just taking what the game gave them, and eventually they got their scoring opportunities and won this hockey game.
And I know it's early in the series, and it's tied 1-1, but I think maybe we've been spoiled by some of the playoff games that we've seen in terms of intensity, in terms of physicality. It didn't feel as urgent for either team. Did you get that sense in this game?
Yeah, it was not a very high octane game. I mean, before we watched Buffalo and Montreal. I mean, they had more scoring chances than they had shots on net. So I think both teams easily into the double digits as far as that's concerned. So sometimes you're going to have nights like that. That's why it's important. Even though Anaheim with some young players in their team, Coach Q throughout the year has obviously taught these guys you have to win ugly sometimes. It's not always going to be a Picasso, and that's why they were laying out, they were blocking shots and doing all the important necessity things in order to pull off the victory. And another thing too, it's like just like Vegas, 4 lines deep. Like VL has been a very important piece to this group so far in playoffs. He had 2 goals in the prior series and then comes up with a huge play over to Seneca and also scrambling the lines too. Like Seneca was a top 6 guy most of the year, playing on the top line minutes, getting a bunch of opportunities where sometimes that's not always going to be the case. And he spread it out. And he gets a great play over from VL from behind the goal line. And essentially that was the difference maker until the goal 5 seconds left. But just a beautiful play. And sometimes it's simple. Just get it on a forecheck here. This was supposed to be a reverse, but because they had a great second layer there, they were able to follow it up, bump it back down below the goal line. And there you see Seneca right there, parked in front. Great job by VL to get that over that stick from Carter Hart. And we talked about that between, I believe it was the first and second period. And just a great job here to elevate this puck. And once again, that's a 4th liner getting that over. Like, not many guys on the 4th line making plays like that, especially in this important time of the year.
But also when you're used to playing so many more minutes, it's hard to go from playing more minutes during the regular season and then going to and try to be equally as effective playing 11 minutes. Beckett Seneca, give him a lot of credit. I mean, there's a reason why he's a Calder Trophy candidate as one of the Rookie of the Years, or potential Rookie of the Year in the National Hockey League, because he was able to keep that focus and he was mentally tough between the years.
We got a guy who played all the Mets. That's what goalies do. Let's bring him in right now. Lukas Dostal. Lukas, thank you so much for coming on. Congratulations. Awesome game. Henrik Lundqvist, our goalie, is going to lead us off here.
Lukas, congrats. Incredible game and a great start to this series as well for you. And I'm just curious. Right now, we're seeing 3 Czech goalies, starting goalies in the playoffs, down to 8 teams. Any explanation to why we see so many strong goaltenders from Czech right now?
Hi, Hank. Hi, everyone. Well, honestly, no idea. I think the Czech goalie school have done a pretty good job. Me growing up there, we had a lot of prospects, and I'm just so happy that the guys could make it. And I think there's, even on this draft, there's potentially a lot of Czech goalies coming up. So Czech goalie school have done a pretty good job so far.
They're pushing the Swedes out, Hank. That's it. They're finished.
Well, growing up, my biggest idol is Dominik Hasek. I don't know, for you as a kid, who was your idol? Was it Hasek or Vukun maybe?
Me personally, like when I was growing up, I always look up to the guys that in my hometown team in Brno. But once I got older, I was actually watching you and watching Carey Price. So it's pretty cool to talk to you. So, so it's nice.
Dostal, it's Ace. I've got 2 questions now. What was it about Hank's game that you liked?
His patience. Obviously, he played deeper. He was very unique with it. But he was just unbelievable. Like he could track the puck well. And to be honest, like I don't know how he've done it, playing so deep and being so successful. So all the credit to him.
So I got to follow up to that question now. There's so much talent, young talent, older talent on your hockey club. Who's the most difficult guy? Who's the guy that gives you the most fits trying to stop in practice?
Actually, it's been one of the oldest guys, John Carlson. he has that old school shot, and I have, man, like it's so different than what other kids are shooting. Like, Carly comes down, and I have absolutely no idea where he's shooting, and it's absolutely bomb. So I don't know. Like that's why he's been so successful, I guess.
It's that old man strength.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. 230 or I don't know how much he weighs. So big guy.
Lukas, it's Biz here. I was just going to tell you a little fun fact. So Hank actually used to do a wine club. Every time you would get a shutout, on the next flight, he would have if there was a few of them, I'm sure for Hank there was, he would pull out random names out of a hat and they would win a bottle of wine. Obviously, tonight, that's not the case for you, but he would do it because his D and his team were fighting in front of him. And we saw some opportunities tonight for them where maybe you were out of the crease and guys stepped up and made some huge blocks for you. How important is that for you that the guys are willing to sacrifice their body in front of you to get the W?
I mean, they've done a hell of a job tonight. I just said to Sadzi and Peter Budaj, to our goalie coaches, that probably Vegas probably they deserve one, you know, because we blocked so many shots. They had a couple of times they had an open net. The guys actually made a hell of a save, so I was a little bit swimming there in some of those situations. But you know, they bailed me out, and you know, we got a great W tonight.
That's awesome. So Peter Budaj is your goalie coach. I actually played with him in the AHL when he had a great comeback season. I believe he was the best goalie in the league that year. How important has he been to your growth as a goalie in the NHL?
He's been awesome. Obviously, I started in AHL with the Jeff Glass. Then Sadzi was here. Obviously, unfortunately, Sadzi got a cancer, but you know, he battled through it, and you know, Sadzi's here. You know, Peter Budaj, he's been working with me. It's kind of nice that, and it's very unique that I can actually speak my own language with my goalie coach in the NHL. So it's kind of very unique about it. But yeah, Peter's been awesome. Like I really can't complain, and you know, he has a lot of experience. You know, he's been with the big goalies, with the great goalies that he used to play, and you know, he has a ton of experience that you know, he can help me out as a young guy.
Lukas, it's been such a pleasure talking to you. You keep goaltending like this, you're going to catch up to Hank. But we got to ask, how's your suit game?
I don't think I'm going to catch Hank on that.
Right. Hank, we got to send him some suits.
Yeah, I know. It's always like nice tie, you know, like it's always dialed in. So, you know, I got to step up my game, I guess, a little bit.
All right. To be continued. We'll update that as we go. Lukas, thank you so much. Congrats.
What a game. Playing goal like that, and you'll be right there.
All right, keep it up.
Thank you so much, guys. All right, have a good night.
Great stuff.
I love it that he mentioned that Peter Budaj was his goalie coach.
And Sadzi, too.
Yeah, Sadzi as well. And it's crazy to think that it was kind of the last position to get its own coach. And Hank, I mean, you could go on for probably days talking about how important your goalie coach is, especially Benoit Allaire in New York.
Yeah, I was lucky to work with Benny throughout my entire career, 15 years. But it's changed so much. As a kid, I didn't have a goalie coach. It's a different era now. Now kids grow up playing the position, being used to work with a goalie coach, and you get so much feedback talking to your goalie coach every day on the ice, off the ice. You don't really listen to the head coach. You listen to the goalie coach. That's your guru, you know. So it's important to have that relationship with your goalie coach because, yes, you talk about the game, but it's also about the mind. It's how you handle pressure. It becomes more than just a technical coach. So it's extremely important to have a good relationship with your goalie coach and obviously with the other goalie that you're working with.
And just to follow that up, so when I was playing with the Ontario Reign, we had two goalies come to us in the back-to-back seasons. Peter Budaj was one of them, where he was playing in the NHL. He was having a wonderful career, and you know, sometimes you lose your game a little bit. And a guy named Dusty Emu came in and worked with him, and it was amazing to see how much he turned around in one season, where I said I think he ended up being the AHL goaltender of the year, and then ended up getting called up a few years after that and finished off his career in the NHL. And another guy was Jack Campbell, who played with the Dallas Stars. He was a first-round draft pick as a goalie, all the pressure in the world, and things weren't working out there. And then he ended up coming over to the Ontario Reign, and Dusty Emu worked with him as well, got his confidence back going, and of course the rest was history. He went on to play a pretty good career in the NHL and made some good money. So just to see like that like a one-on-one relationship with a goalie coach and a goalie, because sometimes as a goalie you feel like you're on an island, right? So just from the outside looking into that, it was really cool to see that relationship help his game and bring them back to the level that they want to play at.
I would say Dusty and Billy Ranford too.
Billy Ranford was awesome.
For a while they're the LA Kings. They're a goalie factory.
That's right.
And on top of that, just because it's Vegas playing, Sean Burke, known as one of the best goalie whisperers in the league, how many goalies he helped, Mike Smith, Dubinsky, the list goes on and on. So they deserve a lot of credit, all these goalie coaches.
Yeah,
big
you get
goalie
someone
whisperer.
who believes in you
Big
that
goalie
can get
whisperer.
your game going and get it right. Dostal, big game for him. Oh, but how about this? Gordon Bombay jacket transferring over. Leo Carlson.
What a
Swede get the jacket
That's
tonight.
right.
What a sweet.
They move the jacket on. They put the puck on the board.